I used to wonder why some people succeed while others remain in the same place for years. They started at the same time, they had the same opportunities. Sometimes they even had the same skills. But years later, their lives looked completely different. One moved forward, the other stayed stuck. And the difference was not luck, it was something much simpler, something most people ignore. Let me tell you about two people. They were not rich, they were not famous, they were not extraordinary. They were just ordinary people trying to build a better life. They both had dreams, they both wanted success, they both talked about changing their future. At the beginning, their journeys looked exactly the same. Same energy, same plans, same excitement. But slowly, their paths began to change. Not because of talent, not because of opportunity, because of habits. Now, the first person had good intentions. He will always say, I will start tomorrow. I will do it later. I just need more time. He waited for motivation. He waited for the perfect moment. He waited to feel ready. But the truth is, that perfect moment never came. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. He was busy, but not productive. He was working, but not progressing. And slowly, his dreams became smaller. Not because they were impossible, but because he delayed too many times. The second person was not smarter. He was not more talented. He was simply more consistent. He started small, very small. He did one thing every day that moved him forward. Some days he felt tired. Some days he felt discouraged. Some days he wanted to quit, but he kept going. Not quickly, not perfectly, but consistently. And that consistency changed everything. But let me be honest, consistency is not always easy. There were days when the second person felt tired, days when nothing seemed to work, days when progress felt slow. He studied but didn't see results immediately. He worked but nobody noticed at first. He tried but sometimes failed. And on those days, quitting felt very tempting because when effort does not produce quick results, discouragement can quietly grow. But instead of stopping, he reminded himself of one simple truth: small progress is still progress. And he kept going, not because it was easy, but because he refused to give up on his future. After some time, the difference became visible. The second person began to grow. New opportunities appeared. New skills developed. New confidence emerged. People started to notice him. Doors started opening. Meanwhile, the first person remained in the same place, still waiting, still hoping, still planning. That is when the realization became clear. Success is not built in one big moment. Success is built in small daily actions. Many people believe success comes from luck, connections, money, talent, but the real foundation of success is discipline. Doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Showing up even when progress felt slow. Continuing even when results are not immediate. This is what separates progress from stagnation. I had to ask myself an honest question. Which person am I becoming? The one who waits or the one who acts? That question changed my mindset because success is not something you wish for. Success is something you build one step at a time, one decision at a time, one day. Let me give you a simple example. Think about someone who wants to improve his life. He may decide to learn a new skill. Maybe he's learning a trade. Maybe he's improving communication. Maybe he's starting a small business. At the beginning, progress is slow. They make mistakes. They feel unsure. They wonder if they are wasting their time. But they continue. Day after day. Week after week. Months after months. Then one day something changes. He became confident. He became skilled. He became valuable. And suddenly opportunities started appearing. Not because of luck, but because of consistent effort. If you feel stuck right now, you are not alone. But staying stuck is not your destiny. Your future can change. Not tomorrow, not next year. Today. Start small. Take one step. Do one thing that moves your life forwards and repeat it tomorrow. So today I want to ask you one simple question. What is the one thing you keep postponing? Is it learning a skill? Starting a project? Improving your habits? Taking control of your future? You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to start. One step today, one small step tomorrow, one small step again next week. Because success is not built in one big action. Success is built in daily discipline. And the person you become tomorrow depends on the choices you make today. Success is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. Thank you for watching Tales and Lessons with Rose, where every story carries a lesson. If this message encouraged you, please like, share and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.